Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to find out what makes a person fail their exams or tests. What makes them fail? We're all wondering what can be the cause. Well, it's simple. When you ask most people what causes one to fail their tests, people say lack of studying. That's one. They say if you don't study, you fail. That's what they just look at a person who failed a test or an exam. The first thing that comes to their mind is lack of studying. That's one. Inadequate preparation. What comes to one's mind is that they didn't study enough, or they were just lazy to study, or they didn't do enough for them to pass. That's why they failed. Alright. I also asked again, and someone said not paying attention. Alright, so this implied that they're just playful, or not serious. That's why they fail. Alright, these are the thoughts of people, and excitement. Someone said people fail their tests or exams because they're excited. They're excited when they see the paper and they think it's too easy. It's too easy, or it's just too simple. So they fail because they end up writing wrong things. Alright, those were the common answers from about a lot of people. Now let's look at why people really fail. These things are those that are not considered, or not taken seriously by the people around us. So we're going to start with the first one. What makes one really fail their test or exam? We'll start with personal problems. No one considers these. What are these personal problems? What are they? Well, these are death of a loved one, death of a close friend, death of a teacher, or death of a relative. This may also include breakups. Someone might have a breakup with their partner a few days before the exam, or a few weeks before the exam, or even a month before the exam or test. These things affect you psychologically, and you cannot write well, you cannot study well, you cannot grasp concepts very well. There's also stress. People do not consider stress. I mean, you're a student, so you don't have to be stressed. You just have to study and understand material. But it does not work like that. That's one. Now, two, ADHD. What is ADHD? This is attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Attention deficit hyperactive disorder. This is a disorder that causes you to fail to learn properly. You have difficulties learning. It also affects your emotions. Now, if you're having difficulties to learn, you cannot understand things, and you cannot apply them in a test or an exam because you did not understand something in the first place. And if your ways of learning are affected, you surely cannot pass. Another thing is that it affects your emotions. When you're angry or sad, you cannot understand material that you're studying. It's impossible. So we've done ADHD and we've done personal problems. What other thing isn't considered? Depression. How? Depression is a leading cause of memory loss. Most people who suffer from depression find it hard to remember things. And if you cannot remember something, you surely cannot write what you don't remember in an exam room. It's impossible. So depression is also a leading cause of why people fail. That's 3. 4. Teacher or lecturer. How? The lecturer might be biased, or the teacher might be biased. The teacher might have favorites in class, or the lecturer might have favorites in the lecture theater. And if there is biasness, the lecturer or teacher might not mark accordingly. This means you fail. The teacher or lecturer might have personal issues. Personal issues with the student or the pupil. These personal issues involve hatred, or dislike, or loathing, or maybe the teacher, the pupil or student does not like the teacher or the lecturer, respectively. These things affect one's passing. Then, lack of interest. How? One might not like the subject, or one might not like the course. This affects your passing. If you do not like a course or a subject, it will be hard for you. It will be ununderstandable because you do not like the course or the subject. And the last one, which we'll cover today, there are many things that people don't consider, but this one is important. Environment. What about environment? Why? Why environment? Okay, here goes. Being around people who don't believe in you. If you're not around people who believe in you or think you're smart, this affects you. It affects you psychologically. It affects you emotionally. Being around people who label you down. When you're labeled down, you start accepting the fact that you're down. And this will really affect you and your grades. People do not consider this. Being around an institution you do not like. Some people expect to be in rural schools or rural areas. Some people expect to be in urban areas or urban institutions. But if you find yourself at a place you're not comfortable with, or deep in a village, or in a town that you do not like, you're not accustomed to the noises, you're not accustomed to the people or their dressing, you're not accustomed to being in the village, you're not accustomed to being so far from civilization, this affects you. So those are the things that are not taken into consideration. We'll do more later. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Thank you.